Hey guys, um, this is Redshirt Eric making a log for Stardate 3/31/2016. So Tom Hiddleston recently did an interview where he said that Thor Ragnarok will probably be his last time as Loki. Um, it sounds like, at the very least, it's the last film in his contract. Um, well, the film's called Ragnarok. This should surprise no one. And if they want to go with the JMS stuff, I mean, if Loki comes back, he might come back as a girl. So that could be kind of interesting. But I don't know. He says that this is most likely his last film. That there were at least no more plans beyond this for him. He also says that he hasn't worked with Marvel at all for 4 years. So that's probably when he did The Dark World. And he hasn't had any contact with them since. A little more interestingly, he says that the Marvel guys just wing it. They don't really have a plan. They just kind of make it up as they go along. Given that Marvel has scheduled films out to 2020, that's a little concerning. I'm wondering how much it is just made up as it goes along. There are certainly adjustments made from film to film. You know, if something's really popular, like this character really works, you know, we might bring him back, you know, another film maybe earlier than we'd originally intended, that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they at least have a general idea and they just aren't nailed down to characters. Like I bet you there's probably some kind of outline of what each film is going to be. I don't think they would just randomly pick names. I don't think they would say, hey, we're going to make a Carol Danvers Captain Marvel movie, so go do that. I assume they at least have an idea of what they want. But as the article, which I'll link to below, as the article kind of hypothesizes, they probably, even if they have plans, they probably don't tell the actors. The example given in the article is, well, if they want Loki to play a big role in the Infinity War Part 2, they're not going to tell Tom Hiddleston, because then when they're renegotiating, Tom Hiddleston's going to be like, well, I know I'm really important for that movie, so you need to give me more money, or I'm not going to do it, and then figure out your movie. So it's not a huge thing. It's just this little thing that came out of, you know, an interview with Tom Hiddleston. So there is a pretty good chance that Thor Ragnarok will be his last film as Loki. I really like him as Loki. I think he's great. But he's also a bad guy, so like I wouldn't expect him to be in, you know, 15 films. I don't know. Are you guys excited for the possibility that, I mean, if he's saying it's his last film, that does leave the possibility that Ragnarok is Ragnarok. That everyone will die, except maybe Thor, because, you know, he's Thor, and he survives Ragnarok in the comics. So, you know, and do you guys get the feeling that Marvel has no plan and they're just winging it? Or do you think, you know, they've got a general outline? They don't know every detail. You know, they don't have the scripts written, you know, 5 years in advance, but they at least kind of know. I don't know, I'd be interested to see what you guys think.